Hi everybody, this is Toho Weed Lover 42069, and realized I haven't made a video in a while and I kind of left on an awkward cliffhanger. So here's the boss battle with Alice and also the lead up to it from last time. I had to repeat it. So rather than sort of just mumble over the actual gameplay, since I mentioned in the last video the novels, I'm gonna read you guys an excerpt and you can just sort of watch me play, listen to the music, and listen to my soothing voice as I read from a chapter, and this is the third novel. Alice narrated to herself in a voice she thought was quiet as she played with her dolls outside on the stoop of her house. You will die, she said in a voice loud enough for passers-by to hear, shaking the doll in her right hand. Soon all of the moon crystals will be mine, and I shall resurrect Gormak. Oh no, you won't, she said in a masculine voice, brandishing a G.I. Joe in her left hand. Not you, she said, shaking the former doll. You will die. Alice squawked as the two dolls slammed against one another, locked in mortal combat. While those who walked by may have shot her embarrassed glances, she didn't care. She was having fun being lost in a world all of her own. Well, she was. Sup, faggot? An all too familiar voice called out. Alice felt her stomach churn as she looked up to see, much to her chagrin, Marissa staring down at her, her hands on her hip, that shit-eating grin on her face. What do you want? Alice said noncommittally. Oh, nothing, Marissa said in a voice that made it clear that she did have something in mind. She looked down to see what Alice had been so preoccupied with. I see you're still playing with your gay-ass dolls, Marissa mocked, picking up a discarded British commando doll. Alice tried her best to hold back her feelings of hatred and revulsion she felt as she heard that word. They're not dolls, she said coldly. They're action figures. They're fucking gay, Marissa snorted, pulling down the doll's pants. Is what they are. Alice felt the corner of her eye beginning to twitch. There was possibly no other person on this gay earth who made her skin crawl quite as much as this bitch. So, did you come here just to insult me? Marissa shrugged. Hey, I was just seeing how you're doing. No need for hostility, she smirked, posing the doll in her hands. Besides, can't I visit a neighbor once in a while? Alice groaned, watching Marissa monkey around with the doll. Maybe, she thought, if she acted uninterested, she would leave. Can I have Nigel back? She said, trying to keep her tone neutral, although her irritation at Marissa's rough handling of the doll was rather apparent. Marissa let out a snort. Nigel? She repeated, holding back the urge to burst out laughing. Alice felt the back of her neck and ears growing hot. Yes, she said sharply, because that is his name. Marissa lost it at this point. Holy shit, she cackled. They have names? Did you write little stories about them too? She grabbed another, this time a female doll. Hello, Clara, Marissa said in a bad British accent. Bloody fine weather we're having today. Like totally, Carla responded in the bubbly voice of a Valley Girl. We're... Shut up! Marissa screamed, jumping to her feet. Shut the fuck up! That's not what she's like at all! Marissa gawked at her. Was she fucking serious? Then a cruel smile formed on her formerly dumbfounded face. Like, we're totally going to the mall. Like, you're totally my beau. You should come. Ugh. Nigel, she responded. You know how... Stop it! Stop it! Alice bellowed, rushing forward, tears in her eyes. For a moment, Marissa thought she was going to hit her, but instead Alice rushed forward, snatching the doll from her hands. Before Marissa could even had a chance to respond, Alice was rushing inside her house, the sound of her door slamming ending the chaotic scene. Marissa stared at the door for a moment, reflecting on what just happened. Holy shit, she said to herself. What the fuck was that all about? Inside her house, Alice rushed into her room, tossing her dolls onto her bed before making a beeline for the bathroom. Hiding in the bathtub, she shuddered, tears streaming down her face as she stood in the tub. "God damn it," she choked. "I hate her so much." She smashed her fist into the side of the tub, ignoring the pain shooting through her arm and the dent it left. She pounded it again and again, trying her best not to weep. "God damn her," she cried, growing more and more tired as the hot tears streamed down her face. Her punching grew slower and slower until she eventually lay down in the tub, face resting against the cold porcelain. All she had to comfort her, her only escape, was the cold porcelain. Alright, well, I think that about wraps it up, so, thank you for watching as always, guys, and this has been your friend in the Tohoverse, as always.